Why do you need to reject all thoughts if you want to live a peaceful life, feeling calm and content during your daily life, during your daily responsibilities? Yesterday, someone reached out to me and they were very distressed because they are going through a very challenging situation, and which is absolutely beyond their control, something that they cannot control, and it's related to health. They have been worrying for some quite time now, and being anxious and just being in the head all day long. So what I told this person is that the same thing I want to tell you today. So to understand why you worry and how to stop worrying and how to stay peaceful and content no matter what. The main thing that everyone misses is that everything that you know about this world, about how things are, how things will be, why are things happening, is based on what you read, what you were told, what you know, what you experience during your life. Nothing else. You know the world as you read it about it, as you saw something, experienced it, as someone told you that this is how it is, but it's not truth. It's a very limited, and by the way, a false concept, and the mind keeps you in this false concept every single moment of your life. And this is why when there is a situation in your life, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a health problem, whether it's business, finances, your kids, you immediately start worrying and you believe those thoughts because you know how things will be or how things may end up being, right? But those are all false concepts. And that's why I tell you, reject all thoughts. Reject everything the mind is giving you because it keeps you in a prison of a knowledge. Reject all knowledge. Reject all knowledge. There is a difference between knowledge and there is a difference between wisdom. When you have knowledge, you will experience stress. You will experience anxiety because knowledge is very limited and it's just based on your experience, what you've seen, what you've heard. It's a very limited concept. It's a mind construct. It's imaginary concept. Wisdom is, and wisdom cannot be experienced. Wisdom cannot be read about. Wisdom is not something someone tells you. No matter what kind of amazing wisdom you read from masters or gurus or coaches, the moment you read it, the moment you hear it, it becomes knowledge. It's very limited. Wisdom comes from your being aware every moment, which brings me to the point, so what do we do now? What should you be doing if you should be rejecting all thoughts, rejecting all knowledge? Because this knowledge is keeping you and will keep you in a daily suffering. That is a human suffering, knowledge. From my very limited knowledge of Bible, Adam and Eve were very happy until they ate the apple of knowledge. And that started the human suffering. That's exactly it. This is why This is why Eckhart Tolle, this is why all the gurus tell you, be present, be now. Because the moment in the wisdom doesn't come from the mind, the wisdom comes from the being. And from the being comes the peace. You will never know the peace from the mind, because the mind keeps you in the imaginary construct of the beliefs, of the thoughts, of the emotions. So now the question is, what should you do? Keep being aware of the construct. Keep being aware of the mind. Keep being aware of the knowledge. Watch every day. Observe every moment how you know, how you think you know, how you believe you know. Usually the people who are very smart and know a lot suffer the most. And this is it, because the constructs are very solid, very deep, and very real. But they are not real. They just seem to be real. So that's the difference. Be aware of the constructs, be aware of the thoughts, but don't believe any. Don't believe any thoughts the mind gives you. And then you will be at peace. There is a playlist on my channel. If you go on my channel under the playlist, there is a playlist, and I believe there are 4 or 5 videos. Watch one after another, and it gives you exactly how to be aware of the mind, how to be aware of the thoughts. And when you stay aware of the thoughts, instead of believing the thoughts, instead of joining the thoughts, the mind will become less and less active. And there will be this spaciousness, this room that will appear, will arise in your experience, in your being every moment. And everything what you need to know will come from that moment, not from the mind, not from your thinking. So going back to the challenging situation of the person who reached out to me, and if you are going through a challenging situation, I want you to know that when you're being aware instead of thinking, instead of believing the thoughts, when you're being aware, in that spaciousness, and I want to make sure that it doesn't mean being in a meditation all day long. It means being aware, so the spaciousness, so the pause, so the no thinking becomes your natural state. So the awareness becomes your natural state. From that awareness will come, and you will know why that situation is in your life. Nothing happens by accident. Everything you experience is because you need to experience it, and you don't know it, because the mind gives you all the reasons, all the false reasons why it is being in your experience. But from that spaciousness, from awareness, comes understanding and realization of each moment, why you are going through it. And that realization gives you peace. And from that realization, also from the awareness, comes the next step. Because when you are aware in each moment brings the next step. You don't need to think about what should I do, who should I call, what is the next step I should be doing. Life happens now. Life happens now. Life happens now. So the the wisdom and the truth happens in each moment as you are present, not from your thinking. Any thought you receive about, oh, I should be doing this, or I am going to do this, reject it and just be aware. Be aware of the thought, but don't act on it. Whatever you need to act on, or whatever action you need to take, you will take in the present moment without thinking. It's like in the morning when you wake up, you don't think, you don't have thoughts, well, I need to go to the bathroom first, and then I need to brush my teeth. No, you do it, right? This is living in the present. This is living in the awareness. This is having, or being and having wisdom in each moment. Just being. And the doing comes from the being, not from thinking. See how it's a very subtle? You don't think about those actions that happen naturally, but yet you believe that you need to think and you need to plan about your life situations, about your challenges, about your problems. You don't need to. Your problems are not arising in your experience to be solved. That's a false concept of the mind. So the mind keeps you in the thinking and in the false construct, in the illusion. Your problems arise in your experience to be aware of each moment, because you didn't come here to suffer. You didn't come here to solve your problems. You came here to be at peace each moment, because life is taking care of you.